We've always had a special fascination with the mountains.
Growing up in Western Canada, you're just sort of in it. It's a part of the culture here to spend time in the mountains.
When I moved to the West Coast, it was Zach who took me on my first alpine hike. And it got out of control pretty quickly from there. Having spent most of our trip cycling along the coast, we knew that we needed to get back into the mountains. We've been hauling around cold weather alpine hiking gear on our bikes during Japan's hottest summer on record, but it will all be worth it because right now we're headed towards one of the most impressive mountain ranges in the country, the Northern Japanese Alps. When we set out on this trip, we weren't really sure if we were going to be able to do any multi-day hiking. We were keen to spend as much time in the mountains as possible, but the logistics of carrying all of our gear while also trying to manage such an intensive riding schedule made it difficult to manage doing anything longer than a day hike. One thing about Japan that really surprised us was how developed the mountain infrastructure is here, and also the passion that Japanese people have for hiking. Experiencing the full extent of Japanese mountain culture was something that we knew we could not miss out on. So after a lot of careful planning, we were finally able to piece together a plan to hike the Ginza Ridge Trail, a 4-day hike in the Hida Mountains that would take us along a 3,000-meter panoramic ridgeline between a series of alpine mountain huts.
This is nice. This is cool.
今見た。あ、そうですか。はい。もう電波はダメなんですけど、その上は大丈夫みたいな。うん。山ちゃんが。
I would have been insulted if you didn't.
Hiking together has always been a big part of our friendship. We're both adventure seekers, nature lovers, and totally addicted to the feeling that you get from standing on the summit of a mountain after a long and grueling grind up. Zach and I have been through a lot together in the mountains, from spending weekends in the coastal ranges back home to spending months traversing some of the most epic and demanding hiking routes in the Himalayas. Sometimes, especially at high altitudes, the grind is so tough that you start to question why you willingly put yourself in that situation. But there are always those little moments of wonder, where it's just you and the raw beauty of nature, with nothing in between you. It's a feeling of pure bliss that, for me, is rarely felt anywhere else. That's the feeling that makes it all worth it.
Just glad to be here. The rewards of spending time high up in the mountains always makes the challenge feel worth doing for me. The mountains can bring forth a sense of wonder, something that I feel like I've lost a bit of since I've gotten older. The sky can be intense, shifting rapidly and filled with vibrant colors, or blanketed in clouds with jagged peaks in the distance. Being immersed in the elements high up on a peak can really have a profound feeling and can even be consciousness shifting. I'm called to spend time in the mountains because they remind me of the enormity of it all, the vastness of the landscape, our planet, and my place within it.
Nice.
I have time and space to collect my thoughts and think about the people I love and care about. I feel grounded, calm, and spiritually awake. When I talk about the mountains, I'm trying to make sense of matters of the human spirit and the connection to something greater than myself. The mountains are such a strong image of the vastness of all things, an incomprehensible feeling of the scale of time and energy that formed and shaped the landscape laid right out in front of me. This feeling continues to inspire me, continues to call me back, and each time I find my way back into the mountains, my spirit is grateful for a moment to just sit in a sense of wonder. I'm walking out onto a ridge, but I'm no longer going anywhere or doing anything. I'm just existing. The clouds form and dissipate, the sun rotates. The sound under my feet suddenly feels like it has more depth. Shades of color seem more vibrant. The mountains for me are a method of feeling present and feeling free. And that's what this trip is really about, continuing to find a sense of freedom and wonder in life.
You want to go home?
Yeah.
Me too. Our final summit.
We go lay on the beach.
Yeah, let's go to Okinawa now.
Yeah.